Yeah, he's always a great caller, man. That's why I wanted to get him on. I knew that he would come in and drop a lot of truth bombs, and he did not disappoint. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But I'm gonna take a couple more calls, and then I'm gonna be out. Okay, we have a special guest, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, hello, Bubba. I thought I was calling the Home Shopping Network, but I guess I will talk to you because I was watching your show with the nice gentleman before me. But I'm calling to gloat. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still the sexiest Supreme Court justice in the land.
I'm not really sure about that. I mean, you're 85 years old, possibly older. I'm not really sure if you're alive right now, so I'm not really sure if that label is appropriate.
Listen, Sonny, I will be here much longer than you. I already made a contract with the Prince of Darkness, John Podesta, and he's guaranteed me eternal life. So I'm not leaving the court anytime soon.
So, like, do you plan on just passing away in the actual courtroom, or what's going on?
Yeah, I've actually built a coffin inside the actual chambers themselves.
Wow!
Now, I will rise every time to cast another vote against abortion, for abortion. Well, whatever Michelle Wolf tells me what to do.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, like, how do you really justify being against abortion? I mean, it's 2018. I think we all know that when you kill a baby, it's not like it's nothing. It's actually a baby that's growing inside of a woman. What's going on with that?
Look, Anthony, I know you think this is really easy, but believe me, I used to look at Mr. Justice Scalia all those years, bringing in his fettuccine Alfredo and looking at the actual law books, and he didn't understand. You just open up the books, pretend you're reading, and then make something up, and then you pretend, that's really what people should do.
So I guess we're not following the Constitution, huh? You're just pretty much doing whatever you want to do.
No, I have plenty of books that I follow. I mean, the Constitution doesn't necessarily have to be one. I have a collector's copy of Mork and Mindy 20th anniversary edition in my chambers. Sometimes I just pull stuff out of that, stuff from outer space, because kids these days they believe in things that are futuristic, like Robin Williams falling from the atmosphere and going around with a young lady. That's what young people do today. You have to get hip, Anthony. You have to be with the times. Get with it, buddy.
But Mork and Mindy, that was like what, the 1970s, 1980s at the latest. I mean, we're talking about a very long time ago. I don't think any kids that are like 18, 19 years old even really know what that is.
Look, Anthony, like myself, Robin Williams, when he was on that show, he got tons and tons of cocaine from Bill Clinton to keep him young. So stop being such a critic.
Wow. So
anyway,
yeah,
I'd like to gloat at Amy, whatever her name, Coney Island. She'll never be quite as fierce enough to be on the bench with me.
Well, hey, I think that that might be your replacement, because I'm not really sure how long you're going to be able to be around here.
They can pretty much drag me kicking and screaming from over there. They're going to have to wait till one of my 5 daily strokes in order to get the drop on me here.
So, I mean, I'm saying like 85 years old. I'm not really sure if you're actually here. You could just be a hologram. You could be a figment of my imagination. So if you pass away, they're going to roll you in that coffin you already have in the chamber, and then you won't be able to control anything. How are you going to actually prevent Amy from coming in when you take that walk down that long green mile?
Look, I mean, let's be real. Some odd things happen in our lives. I thought I was dead 2 years ago and the Cubs won the World Series, but the next day I woke up and I still went over to my job and I still BS'd my way through entire Supreme Court cases. So I mean, there's no telling how long I could do this. I could be doing this until who knows, until let's say people finally stop defacing LeBron's murals in Los Angeles and behave like actual basketball fans,
Wow, that's crazy. That's kind of impressive that you understand what's going on with sports nowadays. You were talking about Mork and Mindy from like 40 years ago, but you are up to date of what's happening in basketball. That's impressive.
No, it was my nephew that to face the mirror, like kind of had to pull some strings to get him out.
Okay, sure, of course, I see.
I don't really watch athletic accomplishments. It kind of gets me excited, and I mean, 5 strokes a day is kind of the upper limit. If I started having more, I'd have to stop watching women's tennis.
I see.
Anyway, Mr. Anthony, I want to know. I mean, well, what's your idea? I'm trying to come up with a ruling on whether whether RoboCop and the Terminator can actually be voting members of the public for the next election, since we're trying to introduce basically AI to take over all policing and comment monitoring duties on YouTube.
I think we need to have actual human beings, not made up things from movies or things that we bring from movies into real life. And we need to have actual people with XX or XY chromosomes.
I think you're buying into some of that voodoo science, man. DNA. When I grew up, we thought that basically life came out of a beanstalk. So come on, stop proposing all this nonsense.
No, DNA. That's real. That's real science. You got to get hip to the times. I know you still stuck in the disco era, but this is now 2018. You got to tighten up.
Dude, just stop talking nonsense. Next week, I'll tell my friend John Podesta to call in and really teach you some real the way the birds and the B-1 bombers work. Okay, the people of Libya learn pretty fast.
Oh wow, yeah. We'll see what happens with that call.
All right. Have a good night, sir. And I'm going to go back to watching the Home Shopping Network and basically, knitting my funeral shawl.
All right, now. I'll see you soon. Take care.
Good night.